Hey there, Carol Lott from Exeter Wellness Center. We're back in the hills of Stony Creek Mills, and I brought a beach towel with me today so that we could practice on the forest floor. I don't usually carry a yoga mat into the woods. I like to be as light as possible, but today I wanted to get down on the ground. So, finding a comfortable seated position with both knees bent, placing the palm down, fingers forward. I'm going to soften into this elbow and reach overhead. Straightening the arms, relaxing into the bent elbow, sinking the hip towards the floor. Deep breaths. Take a breath and exhale. Coming back, take the opposite hand and take a little turn to the side. Come back to the center and turn to the other side. And this time, lift the back cheek up off the towel just a little bit. Take a breath and unwind. Switch those legs over to the other side. Sitting comfortably. If this hip doesn't meet the floor or the forest floor, you might roll something up or get a towel or something to sit on underneath that side that doesn't want to come down all the way. Palm down, fingers forward, reaching the arm overhead. Take a breath. And exhale, soften into the elbow. Take another breath and push off the floor. Bring that hand around to the opposite side of the leg. Take a breath and turn. Unwind and set it up on the other side. This time turning even further, lifting the hip up. Take a breath, and on the exhale, push against the knee. Turn the torso. And then bring the body back. Coming on to hands and knees. Cat and cow. Inhaling, look up, and on the exhale, round out. Coming back to neutral. Toes can be curled under or the feet can be flat. Inhale, look up, and on the exhale, tuck the tail, round out the spine, let the head relax. Inhale, release the belly, looking up. And on the exhale, lift the belly. Push the hands into the floor. And then coming back into that neutral position. From here, I'm going to reach back with my leg. And then I'm going to take the opposite hand forward, pushing off the floor, reaching forward and back, and then lining the ear up with the bicep, creating a nice long spine. Keep breathing, tuck the tummy, work the core. One more breath, and bring them both back in. Setting up the other side. Reaching back with the leg, forward with the opposite arm while pushing off the floor. Bring the ear and the arm next to each other. Reach out through the toes, reach out through the fingers. Pull up the navel. Keep breathing. One more breath and bring them back in. Child pose. Hang on, I'll bring you back. Jackie O decided to work the camera. Alrighty. Toes together, widening the knees. Take the knees as wide as you can. If your seat doesn't meet your heels, place something in between there if you have it available. And then walk those arms forward, stretch out your paws. Take a nice deep breath. And on the exhale, relax the forehead to the floor. Take a few more deep breaths. After an exhale, look up and walk the hands back in, bring the knees back in. And we're going to come into a plank position for our down dog. This gives us the right alignment. Finding your plank. I'm going to shift my body forward just a little bit so you can see. Take a breath, and on the exhale, lift the hips. And don't worry about the heels touching. Keep the feet right where they were when you set them up for plank. Don't move the hands. Push the palms forward through the whole palm, not just letting the weight fall into the heels of the hands. And then the elbows can slightly rotate in, widening the shoulders. The knees can be soft. That lets the chest come closer to the thighs. Take a few more deep breaths here. Very active in your down dog. One more breath. On the exhale, look up and release the knees. Coming into pigeon pose, sliding a knee forward, and then reaching back through that back leg. Here again, the hip on the same side as the knee forward might not meet the ground for you. If it doesn't touch the floor, find something to take up the space, however big that space is. The heel could be close to the hip. If a little bit more flexible today, the foot can come forward. And when feeling very flexible, sometimes a leg can come out here and go straight across. But we're working with our bodies where it's at today, not forcing it to do anything it's not ready to do at the moment. From here, I want to lengthen my spine as I lay out over top of the front leg. Taking a nice deep breath while lifting and lengthening. And on the exhale, folding from the hips. Releasing the body forward. The arms could fold and even be stacked to support the head. Or the arms can reach out and the head can come to the floor. Take another nice deep breath in and let it out. And lift the head back up first. Start to walk yourself back up slowly. And then even pick up that back leg. Bringing it up. Getting a nice deeper stretch. Releasing the back leg. And coming out of that pose back into our plank position. And then pressing back into the down dog. Take a breath. Lift the hips, press the palms forward, nice deep breaths. looking forward, bring that other knee up. Settling in. If the hip doesn't make it to the ground, put something in there to take up the space. And then adjusting the foot to wherever your body is at today, close to the hip or out further. Starting by lifting and lengthening. Create some space in the vertebrae. Take a nice deep breath. I'm going to turn slightly here. There we go. And on the exhale, fold from the hips. Lower the body down nice and slow. Keep that length going. Reaching out. Folding the arms in and stacking them. Come back here for you. And relaxing the head here. I could even stack fists and relax my head here. Do what works for you today. Take a few more deep breaths. And on the exhale, lift the head. Start to walk the body back up. And then stepping back to the plank position. And one more down dog. Take a breath and inhale, lift those hips. One more breath. And on the exhale, move the body forward, shifting the weight. Drop the hips down. Toes can stay curled under or release the feet. The wrist should be right underneath the shoulders. Let go of tension in the hips. Let go of the legs. Keep using the arms to support the body, pushing off the floor. Take a few breaths. And on an exhale, lower the body down. Moving back into a child pose. This time with the knees together, sitting back on the heels, taking the arms back alongside, letting the shoulders round out, and resting the whole body completely. Take a few deep breaths. After an exhale, walk your body back up. All right, we're gonna do camel pose. So curling the toes under. And we'll start with the half camel, and then we could take full camel if it's right for you. Starting with the hands on the hips, look back over the shoulder and find one of your heels. Look back forward and add the opposite arm. Send the hips forward, open the chest, and relax the head back. Stay there or release the arm. Coming out of this, bring the hands to the hips and back up slow. Very good. Other side. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Finding the heel. Pressing the hips forward, adding the arm. Staying there. Or taking a full camel. hands come to the hips and back up slowly. Very nice. Coming back into cat and cow. And this should feel much different than the first one we did. Inhale, look up, let that belly go. And exhale, round out. Two more, breathing in and out. Inhale, tail goes up, belly relaxes. And on the exhale, tuck the navel in. And back to neutral. Coming back to a seated position. With the legs bent to the side, bringing that foot out from underneath the other leg. Placing the hand down, reaching up overhead. Arm and ear close together, take a breath. Fingertips forward on the side. Bend into the elbow. Relax the shoulder. Take a breath and push off the floor. Bring that hand to the knee up front. Take a spinal twist, take a breath. And on the exhale, turn. Coming back, switch the legs over. Getting that foot out from underneath. Placing the palm down, bringing the arm and the ear close together. Take a breath and reach, and then soften into the elbow. Soften the shoulder. One more breath and push off the floor. Bring that arm right around to the knee. Take a breath and push on the knee and turn the body. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Keep breathing. Take a breath and unwind. Very nice. Like to get our legs up in the air. This is a very youthful thing for us to do. So lying back and raising the legs up. Now, the option of staying here with just legs in the air or sitting on the back of the hands. Another level up would be to make some fists and rest each side of my body on the fists. Another option would be to come up a little higher with the hands supporting. For this, we need to turn our head and look towards the toes. Should not come up any higher than this while the head is turned to the side. So to protect the neck, have to turn the head so it's in line with the spine. And then kick the legs overhead and support the low back. On either side of the spine, not the hips. Plant the hands. Move the elbows together. Take a few deep breaths here. Try to let the legs completely relax. Looking up at your knees or your toes. Keep softening the legs. Let them float there in the air. Keep breathing. Take the awareness to the space between the eyebrows for the next 3 breaths. And on the exhale, smile. And release the legs overhead into a plow position. And then releasing the body back down, lower one vertebrae at a time, landing the seat. Take a breath, and then exhale, slowly lower the legs. You can tuck the thumbs or the hands under the seat for support. And bring those legs down nice and slow, work the core. And once those feet touch down, turn the palms up. Rest the feet open, separate the legs, and relax the whole body. Take 3 deep breaths in and out. Go ahead and decompress. Coming into fish pose. So I'm bringing my legs together. I'm sitting on the back of the hands, rolling the arms underneath the body as best as possible. And my legs are straight. I'm going to use my elbows to lift the body off the floor. And then if the neck has problems, don't come all the way up into the fish pose, but just lift the chest and let the back of the head stay on the floor. If your neck is happy with you today, we're going to come into more of the higher position in the fish pose. Ready? Press the elbows, lift the body and place the crown of the head on the floor. Take one more breath. And on the exhale, release the head, the back, and take the arms out from underneath. Again, take the legs apart, press the feet open, move the arms out away from the body, palms up, and take 3 nice deep breaths in and out. One more. Palms turn back over. Bend the knees, walk the heels in. Now I want my ankle and my hip to line up with each other. So I can touch my ankle and make sure that that's in the right place. It would be as if I was against a wall. Walk the heels in as close as you can. Take a breath. Push the feet into the floor. Lift the hips. Palms can stay down or bring the hands together. Keep breathing. One more breath. And on the exhale, release the hands. Release the spine. Bring both knees into the chest and rock side to side. Give that low back a little massage. And our final spinal twist. Arms go out to the side at shoulder height. Scoot down just a little bit. And taking a nice deep breath. And drop both knees over to the left. And now trying to line up the knees with the hips so they're not tucked way up here or too far down. But see if it's possible to bring them in line with the hips. If the knees are separate, put a fist between them. If they come together, then rest them. Relax the right shoulder, looking up, or turn the head to look over that hand. Let the whole body relax. Keep breathing. One more breath. And on the exhale, bring the head back. Help the knees back up. Take a breath and exhale them over to the other side. And take your time setting them up properly. Reaching the arms out at shoulder height. Putting a fist between the knees if they don't touch. Or we can rest the hand on top. Take a breath, and on the exhale, turn the head. Relax the whole body. Let go of the shoulders. Let the arms relax. The whole back, both legs, even the feet. Few more deep breaths. One more. Breathe in fully. And on the exhale, bring the head back and bring the knees back up. Give those knees a hug. And then roll them in a circle, as if painting a circle on the sky or the ceiling. And then take them the opposite way. Moving in as you move them out, and exhale when the knees come in. Separate the legs, roll over the low back. And then most appropriate for the heart is to roll the body to the right side. Rolling to the right side and pausing in a fetal position. Give yourself just a few moments and then bring yourself back up to sitting. If you would like to continue with a relaxation, you can watch one of my other videos and lie back in a comfortable position and do a full relaxation. There are options of 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and 15 minutes, so choose the one that you have time and space for. Another good idea is to do a breathing exercise after the relaxation and follow it up with a short meditation. If you have the time, do a longer one. You can make the practice your own by taking the time to do what is best for you right now in this present moment, here and now, today. May you be blessed, protected, and guided. May we have shared in this practice with each other and all beings everywhere. Namaste.